Okay, Lloyd Chapman here, making this one for the ladies. So the federal goal for women-owned small business is just 5%. That means that companies owned by men get 95% of all federal small business contracts. So women are half the population. They own 42% of the business in America. And every year of your life, companies owned by men have gotten over 95% of all federal contracts. One of the first things Trump did when he came in was issue this anti-DEI executive order, which could eliminate that 5% for women. I think the anti-DEI executive order probably costs a lot of women and minorities their jobs. They use that as an excuse to fire them. It's going to make it harder for women and minorities to get jobs. And it's going to make it harder for them to get federal contracts. The government's the largest purchaser of goods and services on the planet, right? So if you're a woman, you voted for Trump, he's giving 95% of all federal small business contracts to companies owned by men. And he's giving 95% of all federal contracts to companies owned by men. I don't think that's fair. Women pay their taxes, right? Why do companies owned by men, why are they getting 95% of all federal contracts, right? I think that's probably a violation of the Civil Rights Act, by the way. So if you're a woman, you voted for Trump, just ask yourself, is it okay with me that women are half the population, we own 42% of the business in America, and the companies owned by men have gotten over 95% of all federal spending every day of my life? I don't think that's fair, right? And I don't think we need an executive order, by the way, to make that even worse. So with Trump's anti-DEI executive order, women get 5%, minorities get 5%. That means white men get over 90% of all federal spending. You hear that? Companies owned by white men under Trump will get over 90% of all federal spending. I don't think that's fair. I'm Lloyd Chapman. Thanks.